Afternoon, everyone. Today we are here for conduction of second activity under page portal, that is pre-topic talk. So I request you all to put forward your thoughts and opinions on assigned topics. First, I would like to call Sakshi Torkar, the team leader of Team Soaring crew.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sakshi Todkar, and I'm going to talk about open book exam, which is a very relatable topic for us, isn't it? So, what is an open book exam exactly? It's an exam for which we can use our notes and textbooks to write the answers during the time limit. It can be conducted either online or offline. During the COVID phase, universities like the Delhi University in India have allowed open book exams as we are writing our exams at home, which is difficult to supervise. While abroad, such exams were conducted even before the COVID era. Now, as every coin has two sides, this exam has pros and cons. The pros are first, this exam can eliminate rote learning, which is ingrained in our Indian education system. Second, as this exam has higher order thinking questions, it improves our critical and analytical thinking. Third, without the fear of memorizing, we can easily focus on conceptual understanding. On the other hand, the cons are first, as this is an open book exam, we can become laid back and not study. Second, our memory retaining power can dwindle. Third, as the assessment is tough, it can put us under pressure. With pros and cons, there are challenges as well. The challenges for the examiners are setting the question papers and correcting them because we are allowed to use any study material. But I think if we are provided with a list of particular resources, then this challenge can be overcome. The challenge for us is the preparation. And for that, we have to study and organize our notes to save time during the exam. Overall, open book exams can bring a revolutionary change in the Indian education system, but it might not be suitable for primary education, as for the children, memory training is important. Whereas for higher education, open book exam is beneficial. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Parag Bhasme, and my today's topic is smart cities. Smart cities are defined as the concept of rapid urbanization and its contribution to the development and improvement of the society. The concept of smart city aims to the implication of smart solutions in the city. The idea of smart city has been introduced to highlight the importance of information and communication technologies. In literal terms, the smart city is used to specify a city's ability to fulfill the needs of citizens. A smart city has the potential to drastically improve the current level of transportation throughout the city. It will have better traffic management. A smart city will have the most technological advances and partnership with private sector which benefits society. Smart cities will have technologies and the necessary tools to cut down in our uses of natural resources. People will have access to high-speed internet services at affordable prices and devices. If they have access to public Wi-Fi in local areas in the city, all residents will have equal opportunities. A smart city will have many business and job opportunities since the people will get equal access to basic resources such as transportation, internet connection, and job offers. That's all about smart city. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pratik Engole. I am going to share my words on Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Atmanirbhar Bharat is the vision of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi to making India a self-reliant nation. This Abhiyan is basically formulated at the time of pandemic COVID-19 in India. There are 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. First is economy, second infrastructure, third is STEM, fourth is vibrant demography, and fifth is demand. During this pandemic situations, we faced many situations like lack of oxygen plants, lack of PPE kits, N95 masks. To overcome from these situations, we realize that it is time to depend on local innovations and products and manufacturing. Uh, from this year, Abhiyan, we can see zero production from PPE kits before March 2020. India has created capacity of locally producing 2 lakh PPE kits daily. Also, the slogan of this Abhiyan is Swadeshi Apnaye Bharat Ko Atmanirbhar Banaye. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Shreya Rajendra Mohte. Today I am going to speak about sustainable energy. Sustainable energy can be defined as a form of energy that can be utilized again and again without putting a source into a danger of getting depleted, expired, or vanished. Sustainable energy does not harm the environment and can help to improve public health. The smoke produced by the fossil fuels can cause respiratory diseases as well as irritates our lungs. But sustainable energy does not emit any kind of greenhouse gases or air pollution, which is better for our environment as well as our health. There are various types of sustainable energy. For example, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, hydroelectric energy, hydrogen energy, ocean energy, etc. But solar energy is the best form of sustainable energy. Wind energy is also an important source of sustainable energy. Geothermal energy allows us to fetch the energy from beneath the earth. It is possible to power the planet entirely by sustainable energy. Switching it to wind, water, and solar could eliminate 4 to 7 million deaths from air pollution annually, while first slowing and then reversing the effect of global warming, and in doing so, stabilizing the global energy sector. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shruti Rajanikred. I am going to speak on global positioning system. The global positioning system is a satellite-based radio native system owned by the United States governments and operated by the United States Space Force. It is one of the global navigation satellite systems that provide geolocation and time information to the GPS receiver anywhere on or near the Earth, where there is an unobstructed lines of sight to 4 or more GPS satellites. The GPS project was started by the US Department of Defense in 1973. The GPS service is controlled by the US government, which can selectively deny access to the system, as happened to the Indian military in 1999 during the Kargil War. The current GPS consists of 3 major segments. First are space segment, second control segment, and third user segment. GPS satellites broadcast signals from space, and each receiver uses these signals to calculate its three-dimensional location and the current time. GPS has become a widely developed and useful tool for commerce, scientific uses, tracking, and military uses. Thank you.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Suyesh and today my topic is shortage of the semiconductors. As the electronics engineer, we are all known of the semiconductors, their use and their importance. All the electronic devices are built using the ICs and ICs often are made up of semiconductor materials. These devices find a most use and these devices find use in the almost all industries like automobile industry and electronic industry. But due to the pandemic situation of the corona and lockdown, the increased growth of the sales of laptops are became highest in the decades. Addition to that, the production of the plants in US and Germany are heavily impacted by the global disease. The chip shortage directly impacts the consumer as the prices of everyday appliances from TVs to smartphones have increased due to the global supply chain disruption. To overcome this crisis, India is finalizing the plans to manufacture semiconductor chips in a big way as a part of Make in India initiative. The nation is offering more than 1 billion US dollars to each semiconductor company that set up the units in the country. The big players in the industry like Tata and Vedanta are taking lead to plant the manufacturing units to overcome this shortage. It is clear that semiconductors are changing the game in our modern and fast moving world. Therefore, India should give semiconductors a state of critical infrastructure in most of the countries in the near future. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aniket Khede, and my topic is privatization of banks. Privatization can be defined as a process by which a piece of property or business goes from being owned by the government to being privately owned. It generally helps governments save money and increase efficiency where private companies can move goods quicker and more efficiently. What's happening in India? The banking landscape in India is set to change with the government decision to privatize two public sector banks. Coming after 51 years of nationalization of government-owned banks in 1969, the move will give the private sector a key role in the banking sector. One of the reasons for privatization of banks is degrading financial position of public sector banks. Years of capital injections and governance reforms have not been able to improve the financial position of public sector banks. Some of the issues of privatization of banks. The privatization will result in job losses, branch closures, and financial exclusion. The privatization will bring employment opportunities for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes, since the private sector does not follow reservation policies for the weaker section. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Myself Prathamesh Dadasu Desai. Today I am going to speak about the topic of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the protection of internet connected systems such as hardware, software, and data from the cyber threats. The practice is used by the individuals or enterprises to protect against unauthorized access to data centers and other computerized systems. A strong cybersecurity strategy can provide a good security posture against a malicious attacks designed to access, alter, destroy, delete, or extort an organization's or user systems and sensitive or confidential data. The growing volume and sophistication of cyber attackers and attack techniques compound this problem even further. That's why the cybersecurity actions are more important in today's world. The elements of cybersecurity includes application security, information or data security, disaster recovery, or business continuity planning. Maintaining cybersecurity in constantly evolving threat landscape is challenge for all the organization. To keep up with this changing security risks, a more proactive and adaptive approach is necessary. Several key cybersecurity advisory organizations offer guidance. For example, NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, recommends adopting continuous monitoring and real-time assessment framework to defend against known and unknown threats. The benefits of implementing and maintaining cybersecurity practices includes business protection against cyber threats and data breaches, protection of data and networks, improved recovery time after a breach, improved confidence in a company's reputation and a trust for people. The different types of cybersecurity threats are malware, ransomware, social engineering, phishing, and spear phishing. We can cope up with all these types of attacks with improved cybersecurity practices. This can be also seen as a better career option for today's engineers, as cybersecurity offices includes chief information security officers, security engineers, security architects, and security analysts. That's all about cybersecurity. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Prathamesh Soaring and I am going to present my thoughts on the topic of cashless society. Have you ever wondered how with one swipe of a card the product is yours and how with one click on the phone the payment is done? This is the power of cashless transaction. It's made our lives very simple and efficient. Though it is a great idea for cashless India, there are many requirements to make it happen all over the country. Availability and spread of internet connection to all the parts of India, including the remote areas, are vital and necessities for this to happen. There needs to be widespread mobile connectivity throughout India so that it is easier for the public to perform activities such as government service, banking, and other financial transactions using apps. A part of a Digital India program, the concept of cashless economy in India is concentrated around the need to perform the country into the society, which is digitally empowered and enabled by the several modes of cashless transactions. Digital modes like credit, debit cards, mobile wallets, banks, prepaid cards, UPI, USSD, internet banking, etc. have gained value in India and gives hope that India will be cashless country in the near future. Thank you everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Siddhi Gopal Shinde. Today, I'd like to talk about electrical vehicles. But what comes in our mind by listening the word electrical vehicles? The building technology, right? The technology has gained the popularity due to its higher efficiency, less maintenance. These electrical vehicles have low running costs as they have less moving part for maintaining and eco-friendly or use less or no fossil fuels like petrol or diesels. In some electrical vehicles, it use lead acid or nickel metal batteries, and the standard for now, the lithium ion batteries are used. They have a greater longitude and are extended at rating energy with a self-discharge rate of just 5% month. And even electrical vehicles, particularly Tesla, run at one third of cost and give the electricity in significance less expensive than gasoline. And also the electrical vehicles even have doesn't even have zero efficiency vehicles. And since the gas powered vehicles are large, contribute to greenhouse and gas building in the earth atmosphere. Making the switch to an electrical cars can help to distribute the less clean air and healthy planet. And almost electrical models are limited to the range of 60 to 100 miles that electrical cars can travel as far. By considering the flying, electric vehicles take longer time, up to 10 to 15 hours, where the gas lens take 5 to 10 minutes and these make big difference, right? And now India is also promoting the electrical vehicles, so I think it is really a step forward to our future for electrical, for being a digital and modern in India as well as modern world. Thank you.
Well done, everyone. We have successfully completed the second activity. Thank you very much.